Made it to Fort Lauderdale. I have no idea what you guys are looking at, but this is the beginning of me getting here. I had an easy flight, so headed to packet pickup right now to go get my credentials and everything for nationals. Stay tuned. So I made it to the track. This is my first practice. So today is actually Wednesday, and I decided to come out and do some 200s today so I can warm up. And you guys can see exactly like what I got going on today. It's kind of hot. See the sun? But now we're just trying to find a spot on the track. All right, cool. So this is practice day 1. So I'm going to switch over into my spikes because I forgot my race flats. But I'm gonna switch over to my spikes, and plus I need to break in my spikes because they're brand new. So that's a pro tip. If you got some new spikes, the first time running them shouldn't be for a race. You need to make sure that like you get a good feel for them. You know, make sure your spikes are tight. Make sure nothing breaks off, nothing. You know, you just get a good, just like at least one good practice in them. But other than that, as you can see, I'm melting because it's like 90 something degrees right now. But we got a win, so it feels kind of good. So stay tuned for more updates.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Are you marked? Set. Go. Are you good?
I still got a good push on that, actually.
Set. Go.
I have somehow made it to the beach, but I can't get in. You heard my video. No, you good. I have somehow made it to the beach, and the stranger walked into my video. Before my race, so I warmed up, and now I'm trying to like cool down a little bit before we go into the call center. We got like 20-15 minutes before we go in there. So I feel good, got loosened up, did some bounce, did some striders. So at this moment, like, can't really do much. You're just kind of waiting around and taking your mental reps, working on what you're going to do during your race, and just focusing on what you've been doing in practice. Don't deviate from practice. Just do exactly what you've been practicing, and you'll be fine. So I'll catch you guys after the race. Okay, screw, time out. All right, I had to jump in and I had to set up this video. So right now you are watching the exhibition race, the 100-meter exhibition race that they added in the Paralympic Nationals. Once we got there, I think the first day of practice, they decided to add this race to make it, to give other people an opportunity to run more times and just kind of have some fun. So I was talked into jumping into it. which I was cool with because that would give me 200 meters on that Saturday. That race was at 10:45, so this is the race that you're about to watch right now. But so the only issue that I had with this race was that so in practice I don't do a really good job with my blocks. I haven't been doing blocks at all. Like, I've been running, working on my cardio, but blocks is like my weakness. So I had my block set really low, and I end up like kind of getting out really good, digging. Everything was fine, but I ended up running at 11:8, which is pretty good for me, like pretty good putting up time. All right, this is Future Legend back again. So this race you're about to watch is the final showdown between me and David Brown. The cool thing about this race is that I have been racing David for such a long time, and I really felt in this race that I had an opportunity to actually get him. But as you'll see, like, this was like the closest race I've ever had with him. But like, close isn't go, right? Close is not good enough, especially in track. But I was really proud of myself for how I adjusted from the first 100 meters that you just watched to this one, because I was able to kind of go back to the drawing board, fix my blocks. I changed the angle of my blocks. And I think that's the lesson in all of this, right? When you should always have the mentality of trying to improve. Sometimes things aren't going to go the way that you need them to go. Like, specifically for me in this race, it was so hot. Like, it was 95 degrees. It felt like it was 108 degrees. It was an oven the whole time. Like, it felt like you were in an oven, and I couldn't breathe. I had to use my inhaler multiple times because I could not breathe. But the great thing is, right, I've already went through that adversity and practice. I don't think I have video of this, but I was running hills one day right before I went to Paralympic National. I was running hills. It was like one of our first hottest days of the season here in Richmond, Virginia. And on like my fourth or fifth hill, I had a panic attack because like I couldn't breathe at all. Like, you know how you kind of hyperventilate a little bit? That's what happened to me. And I had to like calm myself down. And luckily that your boy is a practicing therapist, that I was able to like just like give myself some time and calm myself down. But in the moment, I actually really did start to panic because I didn't have my inhaler with me, and we were away from the car and we were running hills, and I could not catch my breath. And that paired with like the blindness, it felt like I think I already know I'm claustrophobic, but it just felt like I was just like completely like smothering like myself. Like I could not like get it together. But I took a knee, took a second, and I tried to calm myself down, and I had to talk to myself to calm myself down. But anyway, fast forward to this race, right? We have that same exact feeling. It's even worse. But luckily in practice that I was able to put myself in that condition to where, okay, I was able to thug it out and tough it out. And that's what you'll see what's going on in this race.
David Brown crossing the line at 65, followed by Anton Craig at 85.
All right, this is Future Legend back again. So, as you can see, it was like one of my most, I don't want to say heartbreaking races, but there was a lot of conditions and a lot of things I couldn't control. Like we all were really running pretty slow, mainly because, you know, the track was crap, the heat was horrible. It was just so many things, but we were getting after it. And you have to be proud of yourself for putting in that effort and showing up and giving it 100% of yourself, right? Even for myself, like, yes, I am number 2, right? Is that a bad thing? No, you know, Many people are proud of me and proud of my efforts, and I have to be okay with that. I have to accept those pats on the back and not beat myself up about it. And this is the key to us athletes. We strive for greatness all the time, and sometimes you have to be okay. And my professor told me this last night, actually. She said that majority of the time, like 99, 95% of the time, we as athletes, we don't win. And we have to understand that as long as you give it your all, you can be okay with that. You should be okay with that. Because 90% of the time, you're not winning. And that's true. You just think about how many races you've ran. There's only like 1 or 2 people who've ran. I don't think anybody's won. Even Usain Bolt, he used to lose all the time. And he didn't really start winning until like he got a little bit older. We need to keep that perspective in mind for ourselves, that as long as we give everything our 100%, and then you did everything you were supposed to do, you did all the practices, you did all the workouts, you hydrated properly, you ate properly, you didn't eat Chick-fil-A, you did everything properly, then I think it's okay for us to smile about that and be happy with our performance. I am happy with this performance. And this was one of the first times I noticed in a race where I was literally leading in a portion of the race, which has never happened with me running against David. So I'm happy about that. And he'll watch this. He'll watch this too, and he'll attest to it. Like, I have been gradually doing better and better over the years, but it's not because. I think it's more because of my mentality and how I think about it. It's not about, this adversarial role that I'm taking with anybody. It's more like it's part of like my life. It's a part of my goal. And I just try to help people along the way and just do as good as I can, do the best that I can with what I got, You can't hate on other people. You can't compare yourself to other people. You just have to be okay with being you. Like, your journey is your own journey. Because I tell you what, the day that I do win, that will be the most amazing day, because I have put in so much work over the years, and I am doing like 14 backflips, 17 cartwheels, and I am celebrating because I really, I have been through almost every race scenario imaginable. So by Paris 2024, we'll be ready. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.